Today's question is interesting. It's asking, hey, why did the critics get the entire season of Last of Us to watch? Check it out.
Hi, my name is Lauren. Quick question. Typically in the gaming world, reviewers are given the whole game to review. So when they release the reviews, it's the entire game they're reviewing. With The Last of Us being a video game, do you think that is why they gave reviewers the entire season to review it, kind of like a video game is reviewed? Thank you.
Salbro, thank you for calling in. Yeah, look, this is interesting because for the most part, what we normally see is critics will get the first four. In the case of Andor, we got the first 4 episodes. And some other shows, they got the first 3 episodes and whatever, and then they review from there. And there's a lot of different reasons for doing that. You don't want it, the information to get out there too much. You want to keep things certain limited. But it's not the first time that critics have been giving an entire season to look at. Now, look, traditionally speaking, that's never been possible with traditional cable television, because literally as a show is airing, they are still shooting that season. Like I remember when, I was talking to Stephen Amell once when he was doing Arrow, the season had started. We were at episode 3, but he was still flying out to Vancouver the next day to continue shooting episodes 16 and 17. And so the before and traditionally giving critics the television show in advance was not a feasible thing. It's only once we've gotten into the world of streaming that's kind of become a thing. And it has happened from time to time. Why then, in the case of The Last of Us, did they decide to give the reviewers the full season? I think there are 2 reasons. And neither of them are because it's a video game. Yeah, you're right. Video game critics get the full game. They don't just get, here's level 1 of this game, right? They don't do that. But this is different. They didn't hand this out just because it was a video game first. I think, first of all, because it is limited, that it's only 9 episodes once they combine the first 2. It is absolutely complete. So that was the case. A lot of times, sometimes there's still some post-production work being done on final episodes or what have you. But in this case, Last of Us was totally done. But the real reason I believe that unlike Andor and unlike other shows where the critics get a first couple of episodes, the reason I believe mainly that critics got the full season of The Last of Us is one word: confidence. They knew they had a baller show. They knew they had a fantastic show. And I don't think the folks at Warner Brothers and HBO Max wanted there to be a narrative of, well, yeah, but the first episode of She-Hulk was great. And look how that turned out. Okay, I mean me. That's me saying that. The first episode of well, fine. The first episode of Obi-Wan was awesome. Look how that turned out. I don't think they wanted that narrative, but I think they knew that they knew that they knew our show rules. And we know it, and we know they're going to know it. So let's give them the whole thing. Let's just give them the whole thing and let that word of mouth. And by the way, they weren't really worried about spoilers because 40 million people have played these games.
Right, exactly.
So they weren't worried about spoilers. So it's you know what? We don't have to worry about spoilers getting out. Not that the critics would do it anyway. The whole thing is complete. It's ready to go. And we know that they're going to love this because we just made something awesome. And so I think those are the primarily reasons why they did that. Anyway, Chris, you're in SAG. You've had to deal with, watching people and critics do stuff like that. We've seen critics get, limited number of episodes for a show to review. Why do you think that they gave the full series of The Last of Us out?
I think you nailed it. I think it is confidence. And I think it also is, we still have this idea of the video game curse, right? Of there can't be good adaptations of video games. And especially when you're working with a video game that's been lauded so much. The Last of Us, I feel, and I think a lot of people feel, is the game changer for video games. It showed people that these are beautiful stories with wonderful narratives, cinematic moments that can really, really just break your heart. And I think they needed to show these critics, hey, we nailed this. What we added only enhanced the story further. What we did shot for shot is magical and is going to make people who love this game feel really, really great. If you are a hardcore gamer, you will enjoy this. If you are brand new to this story, hold on to your butts. I think they really knew they had a great product here. And I say that as somebody who has only seen that first episode, but everything I've read from other people who have been seeing more of this, getting the full series, have absolutely adored this. And I think HBO knows they have a hit on their hands.
It was, I mean, listen, those critics who saw the whole thing, it's 99% on Rotten Tomatoes. 99%. Anyway, Rob, it's not unheard of, but it's unusual that we're seeing an entire series being given to the critics. Why do you think they did it?
Well, like you guys said, quality is number one, but also I think also to combat the idea that it's a video game adaptation at all.
Ooh.
Because there's a lot of there's a lot of pushback. People are like, critics are critics, and I think they wanted to overcome oh great, another video game adaptation. The idea that because people that have not played The Last of Us, and there is a perception in the world of what a video game is, and I think that like the game itself, the fact that this story at its core is a very emotional, very familial, it's a father and his proxy daughter going through an ordeal, a crucible of this post-infection world. And the fact that it is so emotional and that at its core, like all the great stories, it's a relationship story. And the idea
look at that image.
I can't
wait to see that.
I can't wait. The idea that, and also the idea that, it's just another zombie story, all of these things, because it was so high quality, they put to rest any of that. There's going to be they're not going to say, it's just a video game movie or adaptation. They're going to say, no, this is terrific television. This is a great narrative, and it's beautifully done. So they kill all the birds that they needed to kill. They show it's the confidence in their story. They get rid of the narrative that it's another video game adaptation. No, it's a lot more than that. And I think that they did it. They did it, like you said, 99% on Rotten Tomatoes pretty much shows that their confidence in the show was correct, and they've completely overcome anybody's apprehensions that they're watching a video game adaptation. They did a great job.
Guys, question is for you. What do you think about that? They took the not unheard of, but unusual step of giving the entire series to the critic pool. Looks like it's a gamble that paid off for them. Why do you think they did that? Whatever your thoughts are, jump down into the comment section below and leave your thoughts there. Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Mint Mobile. If saving more and spending less is one of your top goals for 2023, why are you still paying insane amounts of money every month for your phone bill? Switching to Mint Mobile is the easiest way to save money this year. As the first company to sell premium wireless service online only, Mint Mobile lets you order from home and save a ton, with phone plans starting at just $15 a month. Guys, I have told you before that when I was on one of the major phone carriers, I was spending literally 3 times as much every month, and switching to Mint Mobile couldn't have been easier. So for people just looking to save some extra money this year, Mint Mobile offers premium wireless for just $15 a month. All plans come with unlimited talk and text plus high-speed data delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. You can use your own phone with any Mint Mobile plan and switch easily in just minutes with eSIM. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month and get the plan shipped to your door for free, go to mintmobile.com/Campea. That's mintmobile.com/Campea. Cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/Campea.